Hello adik-adik, selamat kembali di channel Aidil 205 dan di sini kita bersama lagi bermain game Half-Life adik-adik. Half-Life kedua, nama dia Lost Cause. Saya tak tahu ni ada dalam timeline pemain dia atau tidak. Asyik tak ada guys. Adalah. Tahu. Di sini tak ada tahu adik-adik. Sekejap. Jom kita start, kita kena buat option, tengok ada easy normal lah. Sekejap guys. Cek audio, nak ke episode salah. Subtitle apply. Okay. Sekarang baru kita main. Start the new game. Saya tahu ni sambungan daripada Half-Life kedua, episod kedua ke, yang di mana bapak si Alex mati. Saya tak tahu guys. Saya tengok cerita Half-Life kan, yang mana orang explain dia tu habis dekat tu lah, komentari on. Okay, komentari tu apa benda? Tak tahu ni anjir. What the heck? Sini kesambungan dia lah guys.
Hi, this is Gabe Newell and welcome to the Lost Coast. In this tour, we're going to be talking about a new graphics technology we've been developing called High Dynamic Range, or HDR. We'll also be giving you some insight into the design and production challenges we faced during the construction of the Lost Coast.
Oh my god, saya salah download Half-Life guys.
First, a quick explanation of the commentary system. To listen to a commentary node, put your crosshair over the floating commentary symbol and press your use key. To stop the commentary, put your crosshair over the rotating node and press your use key again. Some commentary nodes may take control of the game for the purpose of showing something to you. In these cases, simply pressing your use key will stop the commentary.
Wait, kocak anjay.
When the art team started to think about a location that would...
With conventional rendering, seen here on the left, if something on the screen is 20% reflective, like the wet sand, then the maximum reflected brightness could only be 20% of the maximum brightness of your monitor. HDR is more accurate simulation of...
Okay. Alamak guys, saya salah ke ni guys, download game ni.
The process of building characters in Half-Life 2 taught us many things. By the end, we believed we figured out a more effective process for designing and constructing characters. This fisherman is the first character we built using that process. Design-wise, the fisherman was focused on showcasing HDR and the way light falls on human skin.
Oh my god.
The highlights on his
Water presents us with a lot of rendering challenges. In fact, we have to render the scene 3 times. One...
Oh, dia kata buat air.
You there? Wait a minute now, aren't you? You are. You're that scientist chap, Friedman. Fisher. Am I right? You must be here to take on the Combine. Not sure what one man can do, but no other reason to visit St. Olga at a time like this. I'll take you to where they made their base, or as far as I can, at any rate.
Okay. Semuanya bercakap. Okay.
Here, let me just unlock this gate for you.
Anjay, dia kena buka game Twitter.
Got the key right here. There we go. Get along now, lady. Destroy that gun and no dawdling.
Anjir. Dah hancurkan senjata. Apa benda senjata? Okay. Nelayan tu nampak pelik guys. Dia jatuh kan. Oi. Dia jatuh meninggal guys. Okay. Astaghfirullahaladzim, kat sini pun ada. Okay anjay. tangga. Alamak, saya hancurkan tangga. Okey nak naik. Astaghfirullahaladzim. Mati dah. Anjir, saya hancur tangga. Saya ingat tangga hutan lah hancur guys. Anjir, memang akan hancur guys. Alah, tak mati. Alah. Sekarang ke mana dia? Anjir. Sangat di belakang. Wah, ni sampai yang buat apa Jin lagi naik guys. Dia ada dia buat apa tangan dia roboh anjing. Goblok. Astagfirullahaladzim. Ni siapa lah si tema saya ni? Tai lah. Kita dekat sana. Tangga boleh roboh. What the heck lah. Astagfirullahaladzim. Astagfirullahaladzim, mati guys. Kejut saya. Kita masuk sini. Itu sebenarnya yang kita nak hancurkan ni. Itu ada game sikit guys. Apa abaikan je lah. Tapi banyak senjata dihilangkan lah. Apa senjata dihilangkan? Rugi lah kalau senjata dihilangkan.
One of the features of our HDR solution is dynamic tone mapping. The easiest way to think about dynamic tone mapping is that it's a method of simulating the way the human eye reacts to light. In the real world, you've probably walked into a dark room and noticed your eye adjusting to the darkness, letting you see better after sunrise. Or you've walked out into a bright day and been blinded by the sun, only to have your eye adjust and allow you to see normally. Your iris is adjusting itself in response to the amount of light hitting your eye. Dynamic tone mapping simulates this by automatically adjusting the exposure of the scene to mimic the behavior of your iris. You can see this as the view moves from the dark tunnel.
Guys,
The courtyard in front of you is a space we call an arena. Arenas are built to hold the player for a period of time and usually contain combat or some other challenge. They often have multiple entry points for enemies, along with a gate of some kind to prevent the player moving on until the challenge has been completed. In this case, the arena is free of enemies until the player solves a puzzle and triggers an alarm. This is a method that allows the player to explore the arena and get a sense of its space before being forced to fight in it.
Nanti
It
ada
adds a sense of uneasiness to the
banyak musuh
player
akan
who's
masuk
expecting to
dan
be
kita kena
attacked now that they've reached the
hidupkan
goal set
macam
for them at the
alam
start of the
untuk
map.
keluar dari sini lah.
The break in the
Musuh akan
action
datang
here is also a
ramai-ramai.
crucial part of the level's
Dan kita kena
pacing,
bertahan lah macam tu. Alamak anjing.
and explore the world a little after
Kau
being
dikatain
attacked on the way
dia
up
guna
the
filter
cliffside.
barat dia. Kalau contoh kat tempat gelap nanti kan kalau tempat gelap kadang kalau game tu gelap kita memang takkan nampak macam yang kita kat dalam tempat parking lot kat episod pertama ke episod kedua. Yang kat hospital kita kat parking lot tu. Kalau gelap tu memang tak nampak habis guys. Jadi dia guna filter baru di mana kalau kat tempat gelap kita boleh nampak, dan kalau kat tempat siang kan macam ni kan kalau kita kat tempat gelap kan kita naikkan brightness supaya kita nampak yang gelap. Tapi bila kita pergi tempat terang nanti kita silau pula, kita kena tengok brightness balik. Jadi itu kan susah kan untuk player. Jadi dia gunakan filter di mana kalau kat tempat gelap kita pun boleh nampak, kalau kat tempat terang nanti dia akan sesuaikan jadi gelap balik supaya mata kita boleh nampak. Wah, kau kat sini tempat yang tu lah, bertarung dia kata masuk kat sini kalau boleh kan. Kita kena cari filter alam untuk cek keluar dari sini.
The source engine supports a wide variety of shaders. The refraction shader on the window here requires us to copy the scene to a texture.
Boleh pantulkan ni? Apa? Boleh. Atau
we wanted to transition from a bright, wide open space into a tighter, closed one to showcase HDR's dynamic tone mapping. We also like churches are great dramatic spaces. They're often lit naturally with extremes of darkness and brightness, which makes them a great showcase for HDR. Gothic churches are the sober, monochromatic spaces that you've seen in almost every horror movie or game. Byzantine churches, on the other hand, are very colorful and have a large variety of materials. We wanted that color and material variety to show off our HDR reflections.
Oh, jadi dikata digunakan church sebab tempat church ni kan selalunya sesuai dengan macam genre horror, sambil tu tempat dia berwarna-warni untuk jadi sesuai lah untuk tu macam Half-Life ni kan ada game horror campur game dia kalau sesuai dengan HD lah, HDR yang dikatakan.
Our games are filled with things we call gates, which are essentially just challenges that the player must overcome to drive the experience forward. We used a puzzle here since the player has been through combat and exploration recently. When we design challenges, we try to ensure that the player's goal and the action required by the player are fun. It's not hard to create interesting goals for the player, like stopping this machine from shelling the nearby village, but the action required by the player to solve the challenge needs to be fun as well. So instead of something menial, such as hitting an off switch, the player gets to use physics to jam the gun's mechanism and cause it to break.
Macam mana ni mekanik dia? Ni pecah something ke? Ke naik atas tu? Oh guys, ke mana ni guys? Mesti ada mekanik dia ada dik. Saya tak tahulah. Yang ni sambungan daripada Half-Life 2 episode kedua anjing. Punya bukan. Sekejap, warning, movie part can cash you out. Keep any object clear while operating. Oh, jadi kita kena tahan ni ke? Saya pakai apa? Ni. Tu. Oh my god. Saya buat apa ni guys? Astaghfirullahalazim.
Our games are filled with things we call gates, which are essentially just challenges that the player must overcome to drive the experience forward. We used a puzzle here since the player has been through combat and exploration recently. When we design challenges, we try to ensure that the player's goal and the action required by the player are both fun. It's not hard to create interesting goals for the player, like stopping this machine from shelling the nearby village, but the action required by the player to solve the challenge needs to be fun as well. So instead of something menial, such as hitting an off switch, the player gets to use physics to jam the gun's mechanism and cause it to break.
Anjay. Tunggu guys. Anjay. Ini orang pandai. Anjir, berhenti lagi. Ini. Asyik. Oke deh. Just gini lawan tuh. Helikopter. Mampus anjay. Mampus. Alah habis lagi tu. Kita ada anime cepu tak? Mati ni.
We wanted to transition from a bright, wide-open space into a tighter, closed one to showcase HDR's dynamic tone mapping. We also like to focus on contrasting elements in our settings, like ancient human architecture and futuristic combine technology. A monastery fit these requirements perfectly. Monasteries are generally isolated, unlit, and built ages ago. They provide a great backdrop for the contrasting combine technology. When we build fictional settings, we try to ground them by basing them off a real-world location. We use this location as a design constraint that forces a logical consistency behind the art choices.
Anjir. Ampun. Wow. Mana gun? Ampun. Pakai ada gun. Apa salah ibuku? Mampus kau kapal helikopter. Siapa suruh pasal aku dah berpengalaman melawan robot. Anjing. Ini kecobaan. Ibu-ibu, bapa-bapa, siapa yang punya anak? Anjay. Wow. Turun balik ke bawah. Tadi naik, bawah turun balik. Lepas tu kita turun balik. Kocak anjay. So kita selama ni buat apa?
Come on with me to St. Olga. We'll celebrate this victory with a feast.
Dah menang macam tu je.
I hope you like leeches. Hey, where you going? You're getting fuzzy around the edges. Well, I guess you got other places to be. Nice knowing ya.
Saya tak cakap apa-apa pun. Tu je. Wow, oh my god, saya beli game tai ni untuk apa guys? Guys, saya beli game tai ni untuk apa guys? Ingat ada fitur lain. Anjing guys. Tidak, saya kena scam. Dia just terangkan apa tu lah. Yang nanti kalau buat Half-Life baru ada dek. Mungkin macam ni lah. Dia macam tu. Half-Life baru dia ni nama cost lost cost kot. Sebab saya tahu lost cost ni dia mengenai tentang kapal lah. Dan ingat tak, yang terakhir kali untuk kisah Bapa Alex di mana kata jangan gunakan senjata yang ada dekat kapal tu. Mungkin tu kan nanti akan dikeluarkan game ni. Tapi saya dapat diskaun lah, ada dik. Dah beli game scammer ni ada dik sekurang ni dapat diskaun lah. Saya beli semua series dia tau. Dengan damage dia, tak tahulah fungsi damage tu. Orang dia tak main dah kaya. Ada orang main lagi Half-Life ada dik? Tahu lah. Saya tak main, dah tak ada main lah. Tapi kalau kau Half-Life yang ketiga ni mungkin ada yang main dia punya apa online game dia, baru saya join ni ramai-ramai. Jadi dik, kalau kau suka video kali ni, kalian betul button like, subscribe, komen, share teman kalian untuk betul channel Bangkit. See you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.